Cheers!
Welcome to MovieBitches.
Kia ora!
Kia ora!
RuPaul's Drag Race Down Under, Season 1, Episode 6. First things first, shout out to our Patreons. $5 a month gets you early access. $10 gets you access to our viewing party. Second thing second, shout out to our wine sponsor, Wink. Go to trywink.com/moviebitches. You get $22 off your first month of wine. Third things third, make sure to subscribe, share, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and make sure to click the subscribe button, the thumbs up button, give us those likes.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks to Rick for all of our art. Except I am wearing, this is from Work Queen on Etsy, from Emma.
Love it.
So I had to wear
Love it.
The family, the Method family. I mean, come on.
Probably the best
Yes.
family resemblance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whoa. I'm obsessed with it.
So, okay. Fourth things fourth, I guess. Whatever. I don't know. So many people last week were like, just give this up and switch to España. But, like, unlike season 13, where we were one episode in, this we're, like, basically done. And I feel like, one, that's rude, because I really enjoyed this episode. Obviously,
I did too.
The outcome, I was upset
I
and
didn't care
bummed.
for it, but, you know, on a whole, particularly as far as family resemblance challenge episodes go, I didn't think it was terrible. I thought it was fun.
Yeah, everyone did well. I thought it was all, there was just a little bit of shenanigans from Ru and Michelle,
as
but
always.
they didn't ruin it. So I was okay.
You look identical. You win. You look identical. Go home. Okay. Sure. Also, you look identical. You're safe. I don't know what we're doing. I don't know. I'm excited to find out what happens. I mean, it doesn't sound like I am, but I am.
No, I am genuinely also intrigued to see who wins, because at this point...
Oh, I mean, they're giving it to Art Simone, right? I mean, that's just what's happening, right?
I think probably.
Get used to disappointment.
Although it could be Electra's to snatch, but I doubt it. They don't think she's polished.
She'll be in the finale.
Get used to disappointment.
Because what next week was a talent show. I like that Raven decided that this episode that she was on, Ru was going to look insane. I was like, okay.
That was the double makeup, right? Yeah.
And it was a lot of things. Anyway, so, Scarlett and Electra will have a splits off in the talent show. It'll be great.
Right. Love that.
But anyway...
I do think it would be rude to this season to just write it off completely and be like, fuck this. Obviously, there's a lot of problems and, they have to get it together. I thought JoJo Zaho pointed out a really great thing, though, on Twitter. She was like, don't quit because we need the ratings to get a second season where then she can come back, or a bunch of other people. Like,
100%.
They can do a better season.
It's not that bad.
It really isn't. It really isn't.
And we only rage quit season 13 because they were airing concurrently, and that first episode was just a clusterfuck of pig squeal, slaughterhousing. And it was twice as long. It was twice as many episodes.
Yes, exactly.
So anyway, no, we will continue because I do. I'm enjoying this season for the most part. It was just that one episode that I really hated, where they sent Anita home. That was a real low point. But the past two ones have been fun. On a whole,
Yeah, I mean, aside from the Scarletness of it all.
Of course. And this week, all is forgiven, let's forget it. I mean, when they came back in and were like, blah, 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 Scarlett, you were in the top last week, I was like, was she?
Scarlett, so you were in the top? That has thrown me. I really thought I was going to be in the bottom after those critiques.
Wait.
Was she?
Was she? And then I was like, okay, wait now. Are the queens so horribly confused by the judging that they don't know? Or is the audience being told something that is so incredibly confusing that we don't know? I don't know. Or both.
Yes.
Or both things can be true. But when they were all like, yeah, Scarlett was in the top, I was like, I'm sorry, what? I thought she was like up
in the bottom.
Up for being in the bottom potentially.
I really thought I was going to be in the bottom after those critiques.
So if the order means something, does that mean that I was...
You were bottom three.
So we're going to stick to it. We're almost there. I think in part we are just overwhelmed with Drag Race and like looking to the future. I just get an overwhelming existential dread
Yeah.
by trying to anticipate what we're...
Yeah.
Because they're overlapping literally forever now. It's just like the future for the next 16 months is overlapping seasons of Drag Race.
I just genuinely, on a business level.
It's like Krispy Kremes put in one on every block. They oversaturated the market and people's arteries. It was too much.
I'm just clogged full of glitter. I can't do any more Drag Race right now. But I'm excited about this season. We'll see how it goes with España. Maybe we'll do viewing parties. I don't know at this moment.
We have to plan it out. We have to see how it works with us and
me
our,
back
our
in. You know, it's very...
our psyches.
Yeah. But right now we're focusing on Down Under because there's some fabulous queens to be talked about and some fabulous rugby players. Excited.
Oh, we will talk about it. I think this episode was really good, in all honesty.
Yes.
So let's talk about it.
It starts and they're all sitting around. Apparently Scarlett was in the top. I don't know. But Elektra offers to send her home if that is what is required. I thought that was like going to be really telegraphed.
I thought this was...
Like, oh, I
Yeah, me too.
And if they need to call in Elektra to send Scarlett home, I'll do it.
How should we produce this episode? Shall we let the cast decide? Yeah. You know, it was very that. But then it wasn't.
Well... No, it wasn't. But I also thought, I was like, oh, wow, so they're just really going on. They're like, okay, cool. Everyone hates Scarlett still. They're like, we need to get rid of her. So now we're going to have Elektra be like, I'm going to fucking send that. Everyone's like, I'm going to send that bitch home. But then, no, that didn't happen.
No. But no K-holes for me.
Oh, that means a lot more things now.
Oh, that has another meaning now. Wow.
They gave all of Etc's screen time to Art.
Yes. And Art's faces, Art gives good face, very
I
expressive
give very
mouth.
good mouth hole. I think that's a trademark. Yes.
Oh yeah, that's it. Tongue. That's good. I'm known for my mouth. I give good mouth holes, so I think we have that in common. Do you?
And then we get a Ru message from. Oh, I have an update from last week when Ru said Sheila already had hers.
Well, Sheila done already had hers.
That was the first episode. I looked back. They've never said it before, and they did not say it this week.
Weird. Also, did she say Sheila?
Yeah, but it was like...
So it had to do with Sheila in the bush.
Yeah, but it was a real bad line reading. It was.
I remember going back, and I was like, after we talked about it, and I was like, oh yeah, that was weird.
Very strange. But this week we get a Ru message from the Auntie Donna guys.
Right. They seemed so bro-y straight, and like that was the joke,
I think that is their thing, and because they were like, you wouldn't think we were fans, but we are. I have zero knowledge. I'm going to go ahead and guess they are YouTube people or social media influencers.
It felt very like the chive. Do you
I don't know
that?
what that is. Did you say chive?
You're good.
Like the herbs?
Yes, correct.
I love chives, but it sounds like I'm not going to like this.
Yeah, but no, it's like real het bro. It's not great.
Het bro? Oh, hetero bro. Okay, got it. Het bro.
But then Scarlet Witch was like all obsessed about it. She's like, oh my God, they're all here.
Wait,
oh, I'm
is
so
that
excited.
her new name, by the way?
I kind of decided.
Scarlet Bitch? I mean, I'm not mad at it.
I'm not mad. I mean, I'm not even mad at that as a drag name, you know?
No.
I'm sure someone has it.
Scarlet
but
Batch.
Still, I like it.
Is it like Scarlet Batch?
Scarlet Batch.
Scarlet Batch. Yeah, I like that. Scarlet Elizabeth Batch, maybe.
Elizabeth.
So yeah, I meant to look it up and then promptly forgot. I'm sure people will tell us. Scarlet was excited and no one else seemed to care.
Yep.
I don't know what that means. I didn't look it up.
So, quick commercial break, and we'll be back with a very silly, stupid, sexy mini challenge. I mean, it was
distracting.
Sexy. It was distracting. A distracting mini challenge.
But now that sounds like we're extracting dicks also. So maybe that's weird.
It does a little sound like that, yeah. I mean, maybe we are. I don't know. What you packing down under? All of these hot pit crew come out.
What was it that Kidda said? She was like, oh, a whole buffet of sausages or something. She said it really weird.
Whole buffet of sausages.
It really made me laugh. Sausages. It was like French or something. I don't know what she was going for, but it really made me laugh.
I'm very excited and distracted.
Distracted. I mean, it was good.
Yeah.
There was some good.
Yeah. Well, and also we got Drive It Up the Guts from this episode.
Yeah, that was a little.
It's a lot.
That was a little much for me. I'm gonna be honest. Just went, oh.
Run it up the guts and
Run it up the gut. I'm sure you know all about running up people's guts.
Sounds like some sort of snuff film from the 70s or something. Oh.
I think that was the point.
No, I know. It was a little too intense for me.
Fair. The nuance, the innuendo is just there. It's just text. There's no subtext.
There's no sub. It was just, and here you go. The pit crew, in all of their Speedoed glory, have very silly looking stuffed animal Speedos hiding down under. Is it a shark? That one really looked like a diaper. That was like a bad one.
It was, yeah, the way that it was going off on the sides. But it did make me laugh.
But number 2, I mean, we found the 4th Hemsworth brother because he was dreamy.
It was a good pit crew. He just better stay away from that sorghum.
Sorghum?
You don't remember the dressmaker?
Oh! I forgot that word. So they ask all these questions about describing down under animals. Right. The one whole one really threw me for a loop.
I am a monotreme, which means single hole in Greek.
If you have one hole, you have to have a second hole.
Some animals do not. There's like a whole kind of
like they sweat it
yeah,
out. Perhaps?
Well, or they like regurgitate and like they're like that was like very primordially like the development of the anus has been very instrumental in evolution.
Hey,
because otherwise you'd have to like
that's no good.
In and out, it's complicated. I don't know about platypus enough.
Maybe it was just like, it came from, because the platypus is very old. I mean, like very ancient or whatever. So maybe that's
leftover
Latin,
vestige of,
whatever, blah, blah, but it doesn't actually have one hole. It's just because it's so old.
Maybe.
But anyway,
I don't know.
The only one I knew for sure was that a grouping of flamingos is a flamboyance. Yes. And I was excited about that.
I was too. I was like, oh, flamingos. I think I got a couple other. The shark one threw me because it said they'll eat anything. And I was like, well, sharks don't eat anything. Contrary to, what every Sharktober movie that we watched would have you believe.
They don't.
Ghost sharks, in fact, do not exist.
Oh my
God.
God.
They do not eat everyone.
I love that movie. I love it. But anyway, Maxie wins.
Yeah.
And gets to choose. They bring out all... Now, I think I understood this. Was this whole rugby team gay?
I believe
so. Okay, they sort of kind of mentioned it.
It was not like the gay men's chorus of rugby teams, but perhaps it was also mostly gay. Like when I played gay dodgeball, not everyone was gay. It wasn't like you had to be gay to be on the team.
But you were called Scissor Me Timbers, so I mean, it's kind of a giveaway. Where they were called like Falcon Crest or something.
The Falcons rugby team. Yes. Come on in, boys.
But yes, the Falcon rugby team comes out, and they all describe the positions they play, and I said, "Great,
cool."
And I normally play prop, and I usually play 6 or 7. And I play number 8.
I'm usually a wing or fullback.
And I play lock. I also play lock alongside Carl.
Literally no idea what you're talking about. I love it.
Nope. Yeah.
Yep. I'm number 8. Yep. One of them I think just said, I'm number 8. And I was like, is that your jersey or is that a position? I don't know what is going on here.
And I play number 8.
Maxie did, I thought, a very fair job.
Yeah.
She mostly did it seemed like by height, and general size
height
proportions.
And build.
They panned across, and it was like, oh yeah, they're all. Everyone's
when
about
they panned across, and someone, the cat got loose on the sound effects board.
Electra's with Farah, Scarlett's with Brad, Art's with Jonah.
I'm like, what was that?
What?
There was when Ru was like, Maxie's with Carl and Dan's with, they went down the line and said all of them. Yeah. Every single one had a dumb sound effect. It was like, I swear to God, there was a pottery splash in there, and then it was like, it was really strange. And they brought the John Williams music back. Dun, 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 dun. I was like, what is happening? I'm really gonna miss Maxie, and I'm very sad. But I loved when she was like, should I pick Carl because he's hot?
Am I going to choose Carl because he's hot? Or I'm going to choose Dan that I've got a costume that'll fit and we could almost be twins?
I'm thinking with this.
Turns out maybe she made the wrong choice.
Well, I think they would have dinged her for family resemblance stuff regardless. I think her partner could have, had a little more energy, but I didn't.
Well,
I didn't mind the looks. I thought they were fun. We'll get there.
I didn't mind it. We'll get there. I do agree. I think that Ru was correct in that, like, for me, the family trait of the Shield family.
Maybe she only has one breastplate.
Didn't they give them as like one of the fierce drag jewels that they could grab from?
I think it was shoes, but I don't recall.
Yeah. So, quick commercial break, and we'll be back with there was a lot of like getting into drag moments. I liked that they really took the time.
Everyone was having fun. I liked it a lot. So everyone's getting to know each other, and all the rugby players are super fun and cool, and Electra's guy just being like, oh, no, you could go tighter. No, you could.
Oh, yeah,
pour that
tighter.
corset tighter. It's fine, keep going. And then later with like the blow dryer.
Oh my God.
What is this, a White Snake music video?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, you're serving. Are you in a White Snake video? What are you doing over there?
I'm feeling my oats. Let me feel my oats.
What was fun about this was that because they were at least seemingly mostly gay or queer men, it wasn't the same as like, I play baseball hard.
Hi, I'm Matt. I'm 29, and I play baseball hard.
Ooh. My girlfriend told me I should go on the show, so here I am.
Or, my girlfriend who I cheated on tricked me onto being on the show, and now, remember that?
Vaguely.
The lady gremlin in the wedding dress. Wait, that was that show, right? Or was that like, no, that was Drag Race, I'm pretty sure. It like came out later that she had like signed him up without his knowledge or something.
Maybe. But no, like this was none of that. Instead, we got nice conversations, not like, oh, well, what's it like to be gay?
I learned something today. It wasn't that, which was nice.
It wasn't that.
Yeah.
I thought the conversations were nicer. I thought Electra's conversation with, I don't remember his name.
Action. Oh, I don't remember his boy name. I don't remember. Carl? There was a Carl. There was a Carl. I don't know if it was him.
And a Brad?
Perhaps. Brad?
All you think about is Brad.
Janet.
Brad?
Rocky. Janet.
Brad.
Rocky.
No Dr. Scott.
Maxie's guy shaving his beard off.
Yeah.
That was, well, they built it up to be very dramatic, and then it was sort of like, oh, okay, great. And then Ru had to be like, were you hiding behind your beard? Let's bring it up.
Tell us about the beard. Is it a way to hide?
I helped you. I helped you evolve as a human. I did that. Let me point it out on my television program. That's what that was. I mean, if you didn't know, this challenge was sponsored by Revolution Makeup. In case you missed it. Right. Sponsored. Revolution Makeup. But did you see that close-up of the, I don't know if it was foundation or eyeshadow or something that was called Banana Deep?
No. Banana Deep?
It was like real close up, and it was just like Banana Deep. And I was like, what does that mean?
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Is it like just the tip, banana deep, balls deep? Is that like the progression of...
It's the scale. The sliding scale. Yeah, I think you nailed it, Andrew. I think you nailed it.
Oh my God, I think you nailed it.
And yes, I thought Electra and her guys' conversation about coming out and presenting more feminine or more masculine and kind of the dance of that.
I've been in relationships where they didn't like the drag, so you stopped doing it. I'm sorry, there are 100 dicks in the world and none of them are big enough to stop me doing drag.
There could be 100 dicks in a room
and none of them
were big enough to stop doing drag. Dick, another dick, another dick. None of them are big enough.
Bus, club, another club, another club, bus, club, another club, another club, another club.
Banana Deep, Banana Deep. Well, and all of this, of course, all of this like sensitive and tearful conversation is happening while Electra is mysteriously painting his face purple, and I was just like,
what's going on here?
What's this though? Intrigued?
Well,
Intrigued.
Also, meanwhile, while Art is still doing her eyes.
Her eyes, just the eyes.
I did this to my queen. I did this for my queen. I did this. And Art was still doing her eyes.
They were really giving her shit. I mean, it didn't seem to be a problem. In the end. Scarlett shouldn't have been talking.
All the queens except for Art did the queen's makeup first, which I do think is probably good. Although she's like, now their makeup's going to be melting while you do yours. But it is interesting
she's
that
the makeup
Art
artist.
is like, exactly. And I'm like, So she knows what it's going to take, what she needs to do, and whatever. Whereas Scarlett has to fucking figure out how to, turn that makeup into less of a disaster. So
we'll get there. I didn't think enough was said. We'll get there.
Okay.
We'll get there.
I think they wanted to be nice to, the rugby player.
To Dan. I didn't learn their boy names. I apologize. But there was a Carl.
So, quick commercial break, and we're back with the Runway family resemblance.
Yep. That's never going to change.
I guess not. It's Ru's favorite, so.
So, Ru walks down.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, I loved this.
This is one of the best looks from Ru we've seen in a very long time.
I loved it. It was maybe slightly less exciting when she was sitting down. That's all I'll say. But
sure,
I loved this. This SoCal UGG. Oh, it's so chilly outside. Oh, God, I have to just put this bolero jacket on. Oh my gosh, but I have no pants. It was like somehow Pam Anderson-y, but also Raquel Welch in Planet of the Apes somehow, but more tailored.
Sure.
I was into this. I was really into this UGG boot stripper fantasy.
Well, the high-heeled UGG boot. Oh. Yeah, it was very like Rihanna-y.
This was like the hippest I feel like we've seen Ru maybe ever. Where I was like, this is fresh.
Maybe
What's
ever.
this? The streetwear from Ru? Yes.
This felt like an outfit that Simone would wear.
Yes, but she'd have, like a do-rag down her ass or something.
Yes. Oh, it'd be some fabulous.
Or it'd be like an UGG boot, an UGG boot muff would be on her head or something. But it's like a flat top, and she's got a fade, but it's like in UGG.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's like the UGG fleece, whatever.
An UGG fade. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Anyway, I thought this was fantastic. I love this.
I did too. I was like, finally, Ru. No more cupcake tins.
And we don't have they didn't bring the Audrey boys? No, it was the Auntie Joyce.
No, yeah, whoever.
Auntie John. Auntie.
I don't know.
Bros.
Auntie somethings.
The boys from Auntie Donna.
Yeah, they didn't have them. It was just like a Kylie Minogue pop-in. Also, so strange to me that they had a Kylie song this week.
Now, so clear,
it
wasn't a budgetary issue. It was a production malfunction?
Just like, who chose that? Why? What? But whatever. At least we got one.
So, first down the runway is ketamine and phetamine. And based on what the judges like to see, I think this was great. It really was. I mean, they're in this black and white stripes, polka dots, all these different patterns kind of going together. The face, she did a great job. I mean, they really...
I couldn't tell.
I couldn't tell who was who, which is shocking.
It also, I kept wondering, wait, is Anita back? Was that Anita? Did they bring in Anita Wigl'it?
Oh, no. If only. Anita, bringing you back. Because...
I would have loved, right? Oh, we brought in a bunch of Navy seamen.
A whole bunch of longshoremen. And then there's Anita just like, hey.
No.
Sadly, no. I thought they had great energy. I thought Phetamine was living it up and really got the ketamine kind of manic, crazy happiness of it all. It was great. If you're judging the challenge on did you make a copy of yourself?
Right.
That's all I'm saying. I guess that's what they want, I think.
It is confusing because obviously later they said that they didn't want that. So I'm confused. I will say that at least it wasn't exactly the same outfit once they took the jackets off.
Yeah.
Or the cover.
Capes.
Yeah.
Cloaks.
But they were basically the same, and it was basically a carbon copy. And then that apparently became a problem later. So.
Sometimes.
I guess it's how successful you make the carbon copy. I really do not know. I wish that there were clear parameters and,
So does art.
clarification of concept. Exactly, and I don't blame her.
It was drag family resemblance. It wasn't create a carbon copy clone of yourself. Well, that's what I thought, at least. Apparently it was.
Well, especially because, like, when you think about your shirt, right, and Crystal Method, they didn't look the same.
No.
They were in, like, the same world.
They went together.
Philip and I have never gone together. Well, you weren't together, but you definitely matched.
Right. Just like Priscilla did,
You
where
know,
it's like
I
a
don't-
chosen family. And a drag family isn't related anyway. So what are
We've
we...
had
it
this
just-
conversation.
I know.
We can't have
I
it again.
know. I'm sorry.
We can't do it. We've covered this as
can't.
well-worn territory.
So then next up is Electroshock and Re-Reaction. This was fun. This is like Galaxy Quest,
Teletubby.
alien vibes. They had their little,
phasers.
set your phasers to stun, stunning. Yeah, it was cute
Your
and
little
funny.
shooters.
Well, whatever. Banana Deep. I don't know.
I was just gonna say, set your shooters to Banana Deep.
Banana Deep Impact, is that the...
Yep. I thought
Mm-hmm.
this was a smart way to go. They both looked like carbon copies of not Electroshock, but of alien princesses. Apparently that is
Sure.
not good. No,
Right.
ma'am.
Yeah. I mean,
she
I will
also looked a
say-
little rough. It wasn't... I thought it was a
Sure.
good idea, and I liked
Yeah.
the concept of it all, but it wasn't the best makeover.
It wasn't the best makeup. Well, and I think what is a little bit of a bummer, and maybe the judges said this about her, maybe it was about someone else, but like, if it is your first time in drag, it's not quite as exciting to be like, I am a blue alien, as it is to be like, yes, look at me. Ooh, girl, work.
Miss
yes.
Cookie.
Exactly.
I think that was about Karen's girl, but yes.
I think it was too, but I feel that for this as well.
But also, it's like there was so many people that did do copies that weren't also like fabulously. I don't know.
Sure.
If that's not
Sure.
your drag aesthetic, what
Right.
are you supposed to do about it? This challenge sucks.
Yep. Yep.
I'm loving Reese Nicholson, by the way. He's saving it for me.
Love it.
He was like, I get
Love
it. It's James Cameron does Chicago. I know things.
Yes.
It's like, yes.
But it was great.
Ha-cha-cha. Next on the runway is Maxie Shield and Silhouette. Wait, Silhouette? Silhouette, not West.
Silhouette.
I like that. That was fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't hate this. It was simple, but these cute,
Yes.
green and pink bubble dresses with matching turbans that has fringe hair. I was into it. When Michelle
Yeah.
was like, you needed hair under there, I was like, nope, disagree. Yeah, we could see the bra a little bit in the back, and the energy wasn't quite, I don't know.
Sure.
But I still thought it was cute.
All of the different rugby players are not going to have the same ability to break through and be a fabulous diva performer. So I do think that while you should judge them a little bit on like, did they take the time and effort to like create and work on that and
Right.
try and bring that out? Great. But if they weren't perfectly successful, that's not really their fault.
No. Well, and I thought Scylla's makeup was pretty. Like, I thought she looked good.
Yeah.
It was simple, but I thought they both looked cute and pretty. It was memorable. And, I'm a sucker for a turban. What can I say?
Absolutely. I get that. I do think it was just a little maybe understated. None of, other people had, stories that they told of,
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
kind of who we are. And this was kind of just like, look at us. We're cute and we match.
Maybe if they had, real big matching sunglasses and,
Ooh,
umbrellas
fuck off.
or something
Yeah.
oh, we're at the
Ooh,
pool
yeah.
and something. They needed
Right.
a little story.
Exactly. Oh, we're in Cannes and we're going to, it's very Heartbreakers or something. I don't know. I don't know, but I would have liked it.
But next on the runway is Art and Craft Simone. Fun.
Oh my God.
I liked it.
Yeah.
In this, Priscilla inspired, you got the flip-flop look, the green. I mean, the wig wasn't quite as plastically fabulous. It was close. It was close. I liked this a lot. It did seem a little strange for this challenge somehow.
I go both ways. I liked this. I don't know if those are the two looks maybe that I would have picked.
Maybe
for,
do
like,
the
a
looks
Priscilla-
in the... Well, I mean, those are both iconic, don't get me wrong, but maybe if they'd done... Because there are so many looks where they do match, even though they're not.
Right.
So, in the desert,
Right.
when they've got the big pants with the crazy, Afro flower
Oh my God.
hats. But it's also, I guess, a little bit for me similar to Electra, where it's like, is this your drag? You know what I mean? That's where it got a little strange for me.
Right. What is the Art Simone family? What does Art Simone mean in terms of drag? And that's where I feel like with Maxi, right, I wanted to see body and proportionizing.
Right.
Like, yes. And we didn't get that. And that's what I would have loved. Like, if she had done that, I think she would have won or whatever. But, like, it's that kind of vibe. And so with art, I get that, right? When you're replicating someone else. Although that being said, looking again at your shirt, that was so
it's different.
Crystal Method.
It's so Crystal
because
Method.
That was her personality.
Well, she took something that existed and made it Crystal Method, where
that's true.
Art took something that existed that was already in the drag world and sort of redid it.
Yes.
I really liked this. I think it was a slight like, oh, why this for this challenge?
Yeah.
But they both looked gorgeous. I was into it.
Oh my God. Her rugby player looked gorgeous. So then next is Scarlett and Sapphire, I almost said witch again, Addams.
Sapphire witch.
Ooh, I like that.
That is fun.
The Sapphire witch, yeah. And this I thought was a pretty big mess. I felt like the problem was the discrepancy. If Scarlett was making both of them costumes, or if she had had, I guess, more time to really make her rugby player's costume as good as hers, and the makeup was uneven.
The makeup was rough. He looked not great. The lipstick, there was a real weird lip line, and I couldn't figure it out. It was very strange.
Yeah.
But I don't think this silhouette was ever going to look good on not Carl. I don't remember his boy name. He's a big, broad guy, and so having a strapless corset, not the best plan if we're going for an illusion of a showgirl who's, Scarlett Addams, that kind of thing. I thought he was having a lot of fun on the runway, but it didn't feel Scarlett Addams. And no one really talked about that. And so I think that is part of it. Like, you're supposed to emulate the drag queen that you're paired with. And even if you're having a great time, it was just a little bit strange.
Yeah, I get that. I will say I did really like that about the season 13 way that they did it with each other. There was such a conversation and introspection of, well, how do I walk? What do I do? What represents me? What is, the House of Simone?
Yes.
That wasn't here as much.
No.
And I wish that there was a way to implement that more.
I think that should be how they do the family resemblance from now on. The way they did 13.
Sure.
I thought that was so much more fantastic. And then we didn't have this conversation of, well, there wasn't a family resemblance, because you're not. You're trying to become each other. Did you emulate this person? And it gets rid of this weird, you're twins, you're not twins thing. Last down the runway, Karen from finance and Debbie from reception. They were twins. They had this, real 70s kind of secretary vibe. These pinafore dresses and billowy sleeves and big glasses. This was cute.
Big glasses. It was cute. I agree with Michelle. I think the biggest problem for me was that, particularly for Karen's, I forget, for Debbie.
Right.
She
Debbie.
She had
Sorry,
an even bigger
Debbie.
She had an even bigger neck cowl, whatever, and the glasses and the hair. She really just kind of got shrunk up in there, and you're like, I can't see who this is. And I think if she had just gotten rid of the neck stuff, and if they had taken off their glasses
at some
and were
point,
you need to, or whatever it was,
or put them
right?
on at some point. Something.
Sure, yeah. Ooh, let me put on my
I can't read the fine
that.
print on that contract.
Exactly. Yeah. That would have been, I think, one, more fun performance, and two, they would have been able to see her face.
But I did think they put on a performance, and that was fun.
Yes, they did.
And they both looked good. Again, it was like matchy-matchy. I don't know how I feel about that anymore.
I mean, I guess maybe the company has a dress code, and that's the uniform that they all have to wear.
No.
I don't know.
No. You're giving her a lot of credit. But on a whole, I thought everyone did, no one was awful.
No.
I thought Scarlett, for me, was decidedly the worst makeover of the other person. Yes. But even that, we've seen way worse. It was not that bad.
No.
It was no Sharpie eyebrows. You know what I mean? It wasn't like, ah!
Are you gonna do my eyebrows with the Sharpie?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, family resemblance house.
Or rosé or something, you know.
Yeah. Oh my God. I forgot about that. Yeah. No Gene Hackman.
But I thought everyone did a pretty bang-up job on a whole. But Kidda wins.
Yeah.
And I thought that was... She really did the best, I don't know, face transplant, if that's what we're going for.
Sure. And also a lot of work on the performance. There was a whole package there that I understood, and I get it. So fine. I was perfectly happy with that decision.
I really thought at some point they were going to put Elektra and Maxi. I thought that they were going to give Scarlett another pass, and I was going to be pissed.
I literally said, I was like, if they fucking do that, I'm going to be so pissed. But then they didn't, so I was fine. Because I was just like, I don't want them to send either of each other home. You know what
exactly.
I mean? It was like, no, that's not the storyline. Yeah, yeah. I was hoping that Maxi would send home Scarlett, but we'll get there.
We're here.
They lip synced to Kylie's Better the Devil You Know. We got our Kylie Minogue. I mean, it wasn't from her new album, but that's okay. I'll accept any Kylie.
I'll allow it.
I thought this was very good. I do think that Scarlett pulled out more stops and tricks and
more stunts,
had more energy. She was doing more stuff. Exactly.
Yes, I'm definitely being partially biased. I thought Maxi was vibing the song more for me and like being in that moment where Scarlett was doing a lot of dancing, but it wasn't quite in the pocket of the song. Sure. And it was a little bit like, look at all these dance moves I can do. Oh my God, doing all these dance moves. And impressive. But I was also like, oh, I don't know if I'm as into this. And I thought Maxi was really like living the song. But then at a certain point, I think they just stopped showing Maxi altogether.
Well, that's where I was like, oh, I can tell where this is going by the fact that they are not showing her. So, great.
Is she still in the room? Did she?
Right?
What happened? Where'd she go?
She just left.
Did she Ginny Lemon herself? No? Oh, okay. No, but I thought Scarlett did a good job. You know, it wasn't bad or anything.
Oh, yeah.
I was just a little more vibing with Maxi's energy on a whole, just across the board.
Of course.
All of the above.
You know, I mean, we're basically at the end now anyway, so like it's not like, oh, she went home so soon.
Yeah.
I thought Maxi had a really great showing this season and like such great personality, such a wonderful, lovely, charming person. I was just like, yes, more Maxi Shield. I'm on board for it.
Yes, I wholeheartedly agree. But Scarlett does the splits and wins.
Right.
I just can't get over that whole thing. There's more to...
Her racism?
Well, certainly that. But no, there's more to dancing than just doing the splits.
I forgot about that. Oh, great.
Now that I'm remembering it, Scarlett was doing a fun bit of business with this like gypsy stripping of her gloves, you know, and on the back of the stage, Reese's face, which made me laugh. Really enjoying Reese.
Like I said,
a lot.
Absolutely.
Replace Ross with Reese.
Oh my God, Ross with Reese. Yes, I would love that. The hilarious Reese Matthews, but that's not his name.
The hilarious Reese Nicholson.
Yeah, no, I think this is where, like I was saying, I think that Scarlett was just doing so much that's why they didn't cut to Maxi, because Maxi was doing the same thing.
Right.
And I agree that she was emoting better and she was like, you know, living the song, but they were like, look at her doing all of this crazy stuff.
She's doing the splits. Look at her choreography. But Maxi, unfortunately, has to leave us. I love it. It really stood out to me for some reason when she was leaving and she goes, it's been a fucking blast, or whatever she said.
Yes, right? Well, yeah.
And Rue's like, yeah. And I was just like, I love this show.
It's been fucking amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Pretty much on any other show, I think, if a contestant was kicked off and said, it's been a fucking blast, like, people would be like,
yeah.
I have to do another take of
Yeah.
But I just loved that it was just like, yeah. I like this episode. I mean, I'm sad about Maxi, but I actually thought this was one of the better Makeover Challenge episodes on a whole.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm ready for Scarlett to leave us.
Get used to disappointment.
But other than that, I'm having fun. Anyway, cheers to Drag Race Down Under. Cheers to this season so far. And cheers to Maxi Shield. Gonna miss her.
Cheers to Maxi Shield.
Again, we've lost the most fun person in the cast. We'll see who picks up the slack next week.
Art. I really enjoyed art. This
I did
season
too.
this episode. It was like, lots of face and silliness and whatever.
Yeah.
Art is fun, so I'm on board.
Yes.
But yeah, I really liked Maxi. But cheers to Maxi, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
For a talent show.
Cheers.
Cheers.